to a technical error between cameras and electronic speed signs.
Yes, a government investigation has been launched. National Highways has confirmed a glitch in the system led to thousands of drivers being told incorrectly they had broken speeding restrictions on motorways and A roads.
So the Department for Transport says it will take action regarding more than 2,500 erroneous camera activations in the last 5 years.
And those incidents took place across 154 cameras, spanning around 10% of England's major roads.
The government's now confirmed the investigation into these errors has been widened, and it will now look at cases as far back as 2019.
And we're joined here in the studio by road traffic lawyer Nick Freeman. Morning to you, Nick.
Morning.
Just so, can you be clear about what's the mistake that happened? What is it? What's gone wrong?
What's gone wrong? It's a computer glitch, and basically, the driver has followed the speed sign, and so the driver's seen a sign that says 60, and the camera is playing catch-up. So the camera, for about up to 10 seconds, has been measuring the previous speed. So if it was 40, so they're supposed to work in complete harmony. So the moment the gantry, this is digital camera on the smart motorways, so you know how they change, and they go from 60 to 50 to 40. So the camera, the speed sign on the gantry is 60, and it had previously been 40. When it goes to 60, the motorist can go at 60 miles an hour, but the camera was listening to the digital software, and it obeyed the digital software, which was running 10 seconds late. So in fact, for 10 seconds, the camera thought that the 60 mile an hour was actually a 40 mile an hour. So the motorist has gone through at 60, done nothing wrong, but the camera says, yes, you have, because it's still registering 40 for a few seconds.
Because seconds after you've gone past it, it's actually changed.
Yes, so basically what's happened is that the driver follows the speed sign and has lawfully gone through the speed sign, but the camera's dragging its heels up to 10 seconds late, measuring the previous speed.
How was this discovered?
Well, I think defence lawyers all over, we've done so many cases where we've been able to illustrate, you know, when people are charged with speeding, sometimes they come to us and we defend them and we win the cases by illustrating. So one of the answers is they've got GoPro cameras, and we say, look, here the camera proves it's 60 miles an hour. That's one very simple illustration. So the authorities have been on notice for a long, long time. This glitch goes back to January 21. These are HADECS 3 cameras. They're now going back further because obviously the previous cameras before HADECS 3. So it's a small number. 36,000 tickets have actually been cancelled. 2,650 convictions have been overturned. But we're waiting to see how many more.
How does anyone know if it affects them?
Well, obviously, the authorities are going to be proactive.
So you don't have to do anything individually. So they're going to approach you. So someone's sitting listening to you now thinking, do you know, maybe that was me. Maybe I got caught.
Theoretically, you will be contacted or should be contacted by the Highways Agency or the police. But if you feel that you haven't been, then you will know, oh, I was done for speeding on that motorway over the last 5 years or even 6, 7 years. Beware, if you don't hear and you feel it was a digital camera, a HADECS, then contact a lawyer or contact the police yourself. There's an independent review. The government have caused this inquiry to be made, but they are going to be proactive about it, and they should be telling everyone concerned that you're entitled to compensation.
And just to be clear, we've just seen them on the screen there, it would only apply to those cameras that were on motorways, would it?
No, there's also there's some. It's all the HADECS 3, but it's a limited number on A roads. So around Cambridge, I think it's the A14, but mainly motorways and only smart motorways.
Because I can just imagine people at home now, anyone who's had a speeding ticket will be thinking, wow, does this apply to me?
Well, the truth is you should be contacted, and it's only a smart motorway. It's not a normal motorway. So if you're, for example, on the M40, it won't unfortunately affect you. But already, as an abundance of caution, 36,000 speeding tickets have been cancelled. So speeding motorists are the beneficiary of this computer glitch.
You've mentioned a camera a number of times now, HADECS 3.
Yeah.
I've got that in my head, but I've no idea. What does that look like? I mean, how would we know?
They're called stealth, well, because if you prosecute, the problem is, look,
it'll say on the prosecution document really what the camera was.
Well, the trouble is you don't often get as far as the camera, because what happens is, you know, you're driving down the motorway, you might not be aware of a flash, And they're called stealth cameras, these, because some are grey and some are yellow, and they're quite small. They're not the large Gatso cameras. So often what happens is someone will think, oh, I trust the system. So I'm offered a course, I'll take the course. It's only if you actually are going to challenge it that you'll get the photograph, you'll get the documentation, and then you'll look at it. Or if you're fortunate enough to have a camera in your car that proves. But most people will assume, I must have just let my concentration lapse and exceeded the speed limit, and I accept the authority is right. And of course, there's a breakdown of trust, isn't there, which is huge. So in any case, all these drivers will be entitled to compensation, not as much as they should be entitled to, but basically a reimbursement of their financial outlay, between £100 and £2,500, their costs, fine, victim surcharge, possibly insurance premium enhancement. But obviously, you know, some people have been disqualified. Some people
because of the point system.
They'll have lost their jobs.
Yeah. And obviously, and just very briefly, it's finished now. The cameras are all fixed now.
No.
Oh,
no, they're not. They're not. They've rolled out a temporary fix. I'm not convinced that temporary fix is working, so I think at the moment they're proceeding with the utmost caution, and I'm not sure how many people are being prosecuted with these cameras at the moment. I don't think at the moment they've been given a clean bill of health. They have said there is a temporary fix rolled out, but how confident they are that is working, I'm not so sure.
Thank you. Department of Transport in touch with us saying an independent review will investigate what went wrong, how it was dealt with, and what changes are needed to stop it happening again. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.